freshwater stream of the Lake Sammamish system is important for Kokanee because this is ultimately where the fish come back and spawn. And then the eggs have to incubate for a period of time in the gravel, and then they emerge after that period of time as fry, and then they immediately migrate out to the lake where really they do most of their growth and maturation.
We've been working here for the past few years, in particular working on Kokanee population, which has been depressed over the last several years. Well, Kokanee spend very little time in these small tributaries. Tributaries are incredibly important for spawning, incubation, but as fry, they're going to leave these creek just as soon as they emerge from the eggs. They're going to head out into the lake, and then they're going to spend the rest of their life in this lake. So the lake is incredibly important for the bulk of their life history. So we got to pay attention to the lake, what goes on in the lake. We got to pay attention to what goes on in these small creeks as well, which is their spawning habitat.
And that's one of the reasons that we're bringing them into the hatchery during that critical phase, that when they're deposited as eggs, and then during that period where they incubate and just before they emerge. So that period of time we're trying to essentially replicate in the hatchery as kind of a safety net.
Okay, my name is Darren Combs. I'm the hatchery manager here at Issaquah Hatchery. Here at the hatchery tonight to release this year's group of Lake Sammamish Kokanee that we've raised here at the hatchery. Got a different rearing container this year. It was a circulation incubation system in which we actually went out to the creek. For example, for the Ebright Creek eggs, we went out to Ebright Creek, grabbed water from that creek, brought them back to the incubation system, and put that creek water into the Ebright circulation system. So these fish were raised on their own natal stream water while they were in those circulation systems.
As far as population size, here the last year we had less than 100 fish come back, adult spawners. But we've had some other years, we've had well over 1,000 spawners a couple years ago. So the numbers have varied, but in general, the numbers have been quite low. We would hope that over the course of time, through some restoration activities, we would like to see numbers being over 1,000.
Program, the emergency supplementation program, is only a small part of the larger conservation effort for Lake Sammamish Kokanee. And it's only designed to be a short-term effort. So what we're trying to do is maintain this kind of life support safety net for Kokanee as we work to essentially restore and repair the watershed. So ultimately the fish, they come back on their own, they spawn successfully, the fry are able to migrate out successfully.
And after tonight, it'll be the end of the project, which has been a long project. It's been a lot of work, not only from the Department of Fish and Wildlife, but Fish and Wildlife Service and King County is highly involved in this as well. In fact, all three groups are represented here tonight to release these fish. So it's a good night. We're glad to see them go, and it's been a successful year.